Hi gorgeous, welcome to Hi Vibe Honey for the week of the 25th of November. I'm your host, Gala Darling, and this week we are going to be tapping on becoming more powerful, which you are going to really like. And the reading this week is really cool too, and it's a beautiful continuation from the stories that we've been downloading and getting into the vibe of for the last few weeks. So I think you're gonna really enjoy them. Now that's not to say it's totally smooth sailing. There are some warnings in the cards, there are some things to look out for, but overall the picture is pretty fucking rosy, just like this week. So it's all good, and there's a lot of good things for us to look forward to. Hi, it's me again. Did you sign up for the Bad Bitch Guide to Manifestation yet? Because if you didn't, you are really missing out. Me in this beautiful bubbly hot tub, we're just thinking about how much you'd enjoy it, what a good time you'd have, the things you'd learn, the friends you'd make, the fabulous experiences you could have, and all you have to do is enter your email below. So why don't you do that right now? In fact, why don't you pause this right now and do that, and I'll see you over there. Our first card is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is a card about daydreaming, getting high on the vision, loving your illusions of what's possible, and being in the full fantasy of what is possible. But it comes with a slight warning, which is that it is time to turn your fantasy into reality. The Seven of Cups doesn't want you to stay in daydream land for too long. And it's hilarious because we were just talking about this 2 weeks ago, about blowing up your fantasies and making them really, really hot and really appealing. Now we're talking about not just enjoying the feeling of it and feeling it, but really taking action. And one of the things that I have learned over my long 36 years is that when you have an idea, it's important to act on it in the moment, because the longer that you sit on it, like you may have the idea and you write it down and then you're like, I'll get to it later. The longer you sit on it, the less exciting it will be to you. It's like all the juice and goodness just drains out of it so that you no longer feel excited. And that's when we get to that place where like we don't take any action. And before you know it, you look around and someone else has done the thing that you were talking about for so long. So this card basically says, don't let this happen to you. This card is about turning fantasy into reality. So it's about asking you, what are the practical steps that you can take? And when I talk about taking inspired action, what that really means is allow the inspiration and the momentum to move you into taking an action. It's not about pushing shit uphill and working really hard to make things happen. It's about having a feeling that feels good, getting an inspired idea, and then just taking that and just taking the next natural step. You do not have to move boulders this week. You only have to act on the impulses that you get. And learning how to do that and to do it reliably and quickly is really the work of a lifetime. So this week, I really want you to practice that. The other thing that this card says is that you're probably gonna get everything that you're wishing for. So you need to be careful what you're wishing for. Now that's like an old saying, be careful what you wish for, but the modern interpretation of it that I really like is thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. So what that means is it's very important to get super clear about the thoughts that you are having. If you're having thoughts of scarcity or fear or lack or worry, you gotta do something about them. Tap them out, journal them, whatever you have to do, write them down, burn them in a fire, whatever it is you have to do, make sure you are keeping your thoughts clean. Which is not to say you can't have dirty thoughts, because you can, but don't let your thoughts get muddled with fear. You wanna make your choices from your hopes and not your fears. Card number 2 is the Two of Cups, which is so nice because we just had the Lovers and we are really fucking feeling ourselves and our partner in this month. Like we're having a gay old time, and praise Jesus, that's just nice. So the Two of Cups is about the power of partnership. It's about two people coming together who are stronger as a unit than they are individually. Now, this is not about being codependent. It is not about being half a person searching for your other half. No. That is unhealthy shit. This card is about you knowing who you are, like I said last week, knowing who you are, standing clear in it, knowing what you want, and meeting someone else who is in the exact same place as you. Someone who knows who they are, someone who knows what they want, and the two of you coming together to create something so much better together. One of the things that I've learned from running businesses with other people or bringing other people into my business is that I can get so much more done when it's a team of people rather than when it's just me. You only have so much energy and you only have so much brain power. And when you add a couple more people into the mix, it just explodes. It gets so powerful. Things happen so quickly. And that's the same with the Two of Cups. And often if we have been in love relationships that were painful or hurtful in the past, we can feel like, I don't want that. I'm not ready for that. I just want to look after me. That's the only thing I can control, da 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 da. But the truth is that we're only experiencing a little fraction of life when we stay committed to being alone. So if you are in that boat where you're like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want love. I don't want relationships. It's scary. It's frightening. This week, I want you to remember that if you open yourself up to it just a little bit, you will experience so much growth. You will experience so much change. Things will happen so quickly for you. So give that a shot. If you are afraid of it, it's worth trying. But the Two of Cups is really about, when it comes to a love reading, mutual respect, mutual attraction, mutual appreciation, and the fact that you've manifested this person into your life because you're in a really good place. And they are simply a mirror reflecting yourself back at you. So all of that stuff that you see in them that you like so much is really like them mirroring you and you mirroring them. And that is so nice. So soak up those love vibes this week. Like really enjoy it. It's such a good place to be. And just feel into it with all of your enthusiasm. You don't need to be like embarrassed about being happy about it. Like just be happy about it. It's awesome to be enthusiastic and it's really lame to downplay everything. So just be fully alive in the moment and it will feel so good. Now our third card is the Six of Swords, and that's a really interesting one to come up because the Six of Swords is about leaving something behind and sailing off into a brighter future. It can sometimes be about difficult transitions or about taking stock of your life and realizing that like this old thing that you're holding on to is just not serving you. It's not doing you any favors. It's holding you back. It's keeping you small. It's keeping you locked into a small place. This week, we are really being encouraged to let that stuff go. And something that you might like to try is just doing a little cord cutting ritual on your own, where you literally just lie in bed and you visualize all the people that you have around you. And if there's anyone that you feel like there's too much of a connection with that you really want to let go of, visualize a cord between you and them and just take a big pair of golden scissors and cut through that shit. And this is a way of releasing energetic connections that we have with other people. Because sometimes, even though you may not be responding to somebody's text, so you may have blocked them, you may have like done something to physically move on, there's still this like emotional, psychic connection, energetic connection that you can feel. And so when you do a cord cutting ritual, which really is as simple as just visualizing cutting those cords, you can let that stuff go so that you can move forward into whatever your brighter future is. It may be that you need to just let go of an old identity or a job or a person or even just an old belief about yourself. So we all have something that we are moving away from. So this week, I just want to encourage you to have the courage to let those things go. We can't bring everything with us. You can't be dragging your baggage of your stories of who you were when you were 11 years old into your 35-year-old future. It's not going to work. You need to get rid of some of that stuff so you have room for some new ideas, some new philosophies, some new fantasies. So this week, let that shit go and you will feel so great. You will never regret letting go of an old belief that is not serving you anymore. So this tapping is all about becoming more powerful, giving yourself permission to let go of those old things that are holding you back, visualizing yourself getting really powerful and moving forward into your new life with no fucks given. So here we go. Let's start on the top of the head. Every day in every way, I am becoming more and more powerful. I give myself permission to let go of any old stories or beliefs or situations or people that may be keeping me stuck. I am giving myself permission to let go of anything that is no longer serving me. Because I know that I can't drag it all with me. And in fact, if I try to drag it all with me, I am only going to have too much to carry. I am choosing to leave those things where they are, to set them down like old baggage, and to visualize myself walking away from them cleanly and clearly and with total confidence. Even though I may feel a pang of sadness at leaving these things in the past, I know that it is all part of my growth. And I know that I am strong enough and capable enough to move on without them. And as I walk away from these things, I can see my aura getting even bigger and brighter. I can see myself start to shine in a new way. I can see my personal magnetism growing even stronger. Letting go of these old things has allowed me to turn up my light and allowed me to get even shinier so that I can attract in the things that I want. In fact, as I let these things go, I am amazed at how quickly I attract new things to my life. They come to me effortlessly. And I've noticed that whenever I let something go, something much better replaces it almost immediately. So even though I may have fear about letting go of these things, or these people or beliefs, I know that it is an important part of becoming who I truly am. Today, I am committed to my personal power and to doing whatever it takes to allow me to become the very best version of myself. I love myself. I accept myself. And I forgive myself too. Okay, deep breath in, hold it at the top and let it go. You did beautifully, and I hope that this inspires you anytime you're really feeling stuck and you know there's something you need to let go of, but you just are really struggling with it. This tapping will help you move through it so much more easily, and I really hope that it gives you the courage and the confidence to be your brightest, most shiniest, radiant self. So your homework this week is to tell us, what is it that you are leaving behind? When we were doing that tapping, what was it that you visualized putting down like a big old suitcase and walking boldly away from? We would love to hear, and be sure to like as many other people's comments as possible because it makes them feel really good about sharing with us as a collective. I love you, and I will see you next week.